So most overrated. This is an interesting one. I'd love to hear your thought process on this. So
So, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. This, just so you know, this was the one I sat on for like 10 minutes trying to figure this one out, what my answer was going to be.
yeah. So you're most overrated, which I love this because I've had these conversations all off season. Starting a jump shot. So why do you think that is probably the most overrated, topic this offseason with Pistons fans?
I think for Ausar Thompson to reach his absolute A plus plus potential, he has to get a jump shot. But for him to be like one of the best, um, even I want to say two-way players in the NBA, I don't think he needs a jumper. And I probably should have clarified this a bit better. This is like specifically mainly the three-point shot because I think he's
Okay.
shown a little bit of stuff as off the dribble and post fades with his mid range. It just hasn't been a heavy shot he's gone to, but I think if he can improve his handle and keep working on the playmaking, like he's going to be a guy alongside Cade who is creating the open looks. And what he brings defensively is we don't even really need to talk about that. And we'll probably touch on it later. But like if he can improve his handle, his finishing, and like add like a floater and just stuff in and around the basket, like I think he's going to create a lot of jump shots. Like so, of course, it would be incredible for him to get a 3-point shot, but for me, I genuinely don't think he needs a 3-point shot that teams defend regularly to be, you know, honestly, an all-star. I think he's that special as an athlete. And if he can improve, like I said, the handle and just the playmaking, like I think we've seen like the raw talent there and the flashes. But if he
Hmm.
can really bring that up to like a, to be a strength in his game, then I don't think the jumper is as important as maybe um, it gets talked about as being like the number one thing he needs to work on. But this was a really tough one to answer. So yeah, people probably disagree with me.
Yeah, my most overrated is a player, but it's a section of the fan base that I think overrate him. So when I put mine on the screen, you might agree with me, but you might not. But I love that you put this because I feel like I've talked about this at nauseum, especially with him since he's been drafted. But if you watch him play, if you're a Piston fan, like when he brings the ball up the court, I don't really think there's too many players in the NBA that can stay in front of him just because of his just natural athleticism, his quick first step, his burst. Obviously, developing a jump shot, a 3-point shot, like you had mentioned, is huge. I think he will with Fred Vincent. I mean, see what Ron Holland looks like in summer league. Who say Asar can't first full off season. But I'm kind of with you there. I think fans a little bit overrate him needing a quote unquote jump shot. I mean, that Knicks series, I can't remember, it might have been game 3 or game 4, but he was everywhere. New York had no answer for him. He was kind of playing in the dunker spot, bringing the ball up the court. So JP used him in a lot of versatile ways last season. So I think he has a pretty good indication of what Asar is capable of. Obviously, we'd love for him to develop a 3-point jump shot. I think that would open up so many things in his game, especially in the in-between game. But I love it, man. Like when I saw this, I was like, oh, wow. Wow, Jack's getting spicy with the most overrated. I love it.
No, and look, like I said, lots of people probably disagree with me, but of course, like you said, we would love him to have a 3-point shot. Part of it as well is I'm just being a bit more realistic with like where his jumper is and how long it might take as well. So, but yeah, disagree
Yeah, I
with me
mean,
if you like. It's understandable.
yeah, I mean, we got Nerman on Facebook as I agree, more ball handling skills, jumper just being able to hit free throws consistently. Yeah, free throws is a huge one. I mean,
Yeah.
he got to the free throw line so much in the playoffs. Like if he can just be like 75%, 80% around there, I think it does open up a lot in his game. And he's just one of those players that I feel like a lot of fan bases like they want that archetype. They want that wing defender that can guard 1 through 5, transition nightmare. And if he develops a jump shot, I've kind of called him baby Kawhi, and people have told me to relax, but I'm not going to relax.
No, keep that energy. We love it.
No, I love if he turned into a baby Kawhi.